Hey guys, Collector Car Gallery here. We are looking at this 1959 Ford Skyliner, okay? And what I'd like to do first in this video is do a little cold start here, okay? So you guys can see we got the concrete here, cold, nice cold concrete. And just to show you, we'll get on the manifold here and just show you we're pretty much the same. Go up here to the radiator hose here would be a good one. Radiator hose, 60 degrees, 100% cold start. So you guys can hear this thing start up cold. And then what we'll do a little walk around, and then we'll do, excuse me, I got some plastic in here. And then after the walk around, we will do top operation and stuff like that. Okay, so cold start. Nice. It's just chugging away. This is one of the cars in the shop here that kind of just seems to always start, you know. It seems to always do what it's supposed to do. Never really any issues. So, pretty slick vehicle, really. You know, why don't I just go ahead and, since we're doing all that, why don't I just do the top operation right now? I mean, that's what everybody wants to know anyways. So, if you'll excuse me here, I'll put all the windows down. As you guys know, that's probably part of the formula with getting these tops going, is first thing is all the windows come down. Excuse my video also. Okay, so what we'll do is I'll just kind of put the camera over here, and that way you guys can see the top operation completely. And from there we'll just do a separate video on like the interior and all that stuff, okay? Pretty cool. So as you guys can see there, it short of just maybe cracking me in the head a little bit there when on the way down, the top worked really smooth. Everything seemed to work just like it should. So I guess we'll just go ahead and proceed with a little walk around right now, since we're only about 5 minutes into the video. And we'll look at the engine compartment here real quick since it's already open, and then we'll kind of take a look at everything. As you can see, the engine compartment is, you know, I mean, it's not crusty or anything like that. It's just a little dusty and dirty in here, that's all. Everything looks appropriate in the way it's supposed to look. This car has no power steering and is a 3-speed manual with overdrive though, which is kind of a cool thing for it to have overdrive, in my opinion. So we don't see any, like, you know, overspray or anything goofy like that. It's actually pretty nice. So now we got the hood shut. What we'll do is we'll start right here on the driver's side front and just kind of give it a good look down the side. Just looking for any blemishes that you'd want to be aware of if you're buying kind of sight unseen off the internet here. So first impression of the chrome. Chrome bumpers are actually really nice. As you can see, I don't see any pits. You know, right now we're going to look at this area here, okay? This stainless up here, or I don't think that's aluminum, but it looks really nice. The chrome bezel around here, we got one chip of chrome off right there. You can kind of see, I don't know if you can see that or not, okay? And then, but up here, chrome looks nice. Headlight bezels look good. Stainless trim looks nice. That looks like a little chip here where there was some touch up at one time. You know, I'm 3 feet away from the car right now, and as you can see, it's really not that noticeable at all. All right. As we look at the gap on the hood, it looks to be pretty appropriate. Looks nice. Kind of equal on both sides. Ornament here, the decorative piece, looks very nice. As we look down the side of the car, we've got a few little dents and tings in this trim. Maybe one there. Side mirror, just a little pitted, but not too bad at all. It actually looks pretty presentable. So as we look down the side of the car, pretty straight, really. Pretty impressed with that. It's actually pretty straight looking. So lower rocker area, I don't see any bubbles or anything like that right now. My flashlight's making it look a little orangey, okay? And you can kind of see the glare of my flashlight kind of makes it look like there's like a little chip on the front there of the door, but there's not. It's just kind of the light. So you can see it's real clear. This is definitely the correct red. And then, you know, the Colonial white or Wimbledon white, whatever it would have been called. Probably Colonial, I think, at this era. So, and then flame red, or I don't know. But it's definitely the appropriate color for the car. As we look at the rockers, I don't see any bubble areas or anything like that. I got one little chip right here on the door, and maybe the door could get adjusted a little bit up. You know, we see a little sag, and then a ting right here in the stainless. Okay, other than that, the weather stripping around the top looks pretty nice. It's in decent shape, looks good. Chrome window, vent window trim is actually really nice. I don't see any issues. I don't see any delamination or anything in the glass. Looks like Fumoco glass also. And gasket around the windshield is just a little dry, you can see, but looks good all together. So we're looking at the white top side of the car here. Everything looks pretty nice. Look at the roof of the car, and I don't really see any blemishes to speak of on the roof area. It's actually really nice. So a couple little tings here in the fender trim, or the wheel well trim here in the stainless stuff. Right here's a little ting, stones undoubtedly. And then as we walk around to the back side of the car, So classic. I love these on these 59s, this big, like, you know, space race style tail lights and bezels. They look really, really cool. So these are not damaged at all. They look really nice. Same up here. This is just a little bit of corrosion around this one. That's all. Chrome bumpers look great on this car. Yeah, I've got to actually believe the chrome bumpers were probably done on this car pretty recently. So looks like looks like this gasket here is out of place. So it wasn't like this before, but looks like it needs re-glued because it kind of got smushed in here and it's poking out a little bit. So the weather strip seal here needs re-glued up in here. That's not a big deal at all. Fit of the trunk deck is nice, aside from this weather strip flying out of there. A very minor ding on this tail light bezel, but otherwise looks really good. And rear quarter on this side looks nice. We'll do an underside video after this. The paint on this car is really good. As I look down the deck here, I do catch every once in a while like a little, you can kind of see them in the reflection of my ceiling lights here. There's maybe a little dust in the paint, maybe a little fisheye, something like that every once in a while. But you'd probably have to be a professional to notice it. You can kind of see one right here, this little bit of speck of dust right there, you know. But I mean, here's the deal. This is arm's reach away. The camera's right by my face. So, you know, you tell me where it is. I mean, it's just, you really got to get on the car to see anything that's not nice looking. Stainless down here at the passenger side rear quarter looks nice. This doesn't seem to be tinged up at all. Actually in pretty good shape. As we look at the fit on this side, fit on this side's a little bit better than the driver's side, but still probably could come up just a hair. But you know, the doors do. I mean, that's a good sound. Okay, if you've had classic cars before, to have it shut like that and not hear a bunch of rattling around is actually it's not that common in classic cars, to be quite honest. So. We're looking for paint blemishes down here on the rockers. I don't see anything. I do got one chip right here. One small chip, really little. Been touched up. We can get you some touch-up paint for this car also to match perfect. So, as we look down the side of the car, looks really nice, really straight. Actually, kind of impressive for this car, for the price range that this car is. It's actually laid out pretty straight, so looks good altogether. Chrome bumper on the passenger side is just as the other one was. The bumpers really stand out. They look really, really nice. This is new chrome for sure. No disappointments when it comes to the bumpers. So. Chrome bezels around the vent windows are, you know, this like micro pitting is starting. You can kind of see it right here, but otherwise really good shape. Let's look at the interior real quick here. I believe this is the original interior on this car. Door panels look great on both passenger and driver side. Really, really nice. I don't see anything screwed up. All this stuff, like these little plastic or bakelite pieces, they're in great shape. The weather strip looks nice. No issues there. All that's brand new, so looks good. Got a little bit of, looks like some solvent pops or something like that. Could easily be touched up. It's a very discreet area for sure. But the inside of the jams look really nice. I don't see any issues. Carpet's in great shape. Let me pull this floor mat out real quick so we can see it. We've got some records for this car also. So carpet is really nice. No issues whatsoever. Carpet looks new, to be honest. Dash is in excellent condition. I mean, let's get to where this camera can see it better. Really good looking dash. No issues to speak of at all. Glove box is in great shape. You can see in here, looks good. Courtesy lights working underneath. Let's look at the dash a little more closely. Could probably use a polish down here. You know, this paint could probably be polished. But all the little knobs are there and working. Really, this is in great shape. I mean, especially the instrument cluster and stuff. The instrument cluster looks great. Steering wheel has held up exceptionally well. All right. One little split up here, and it's not even separated. So steering wheel is held up really nicely. Sun visors look good, and as well as the headliner. Headliner's in great shape. Very nice. Looks like it could be tucked a little bit right here. Okay, but I mean, here, you know, this is how you get it when you purchase it here from somebody like me. You get the real honest view of the car. Okay, let's look at the seats. Original looking seats to me. They're in great shape. Passenger side looks great. Seat belts, these are obviously like an add-on probably. Okay, so the passenger side is really tidy, really nice. Rear seat looks really nice. Just a piece of lint over there, no splits, no tears, nothing like that. Very, very good looking. Yeah, pretty pleased with the way this seat looks. Driver's side, why don't I just walk around over there, okay? Pardon me. Okay, let's get this couple of little leaves out of here. Get this seatbelt out of the way. Driver's side, okay? We can see a little more wear down here, okay? You know, and here's on the driver's side what's going on. I got one little tear right here. You know, and that's a shame. I think that could be repaired, mended, but otherwise, everything looks very nice on the driver's side also. Okay, so yeah, just a good looking car. Okay, trim tag, if anybody wants to decode that, there's a trim tag. And then the door panel over here also looks good. Nice fresh weather strip. Yeah, it looks good. Okay, guys, what we'll do is get this thing up in the air, and then we'll do another video here and just kind of cruise the underside of it just to see how it looks. All right, so actually, why don't we just go ahead and do that? If you guys are willing to wait for me to raise the car up, then we'll just keep it all in one video, and that way you guys can all see the entire process, know that I'm not hacking this thing up and putting a different car on the lift or something. I'm just kidding. I really love these Skyliners, you know, I mean 3 years, right? 57, 8, and 9. 59 is definitely the most valuable of these vehicles. They seem to be holding their value the best and seem to be appreciating at the most rapid rate. And this one, kind of unique. I mean, not for everybody, being a 3-speed with overdrive, but pretty cool, really, when you think about it. So I do want to bring something to everybody's attention right here. Look at this. We got one spot in the trim here that's looks like maybe it was split and then kind of put back together, you know. not super noticeable, but yeah, I've walked around the car 100 times and probably not noticed that. But that's why we do these videos, and that's why we get a look at the car from this kind of an angle, so we can see those things that you normally wouldn't see. You know, it only takes you know, the slightest bit of an angle when you're standing next to a car to miss something. You know, I mean, something's hidden underneath the body line or hidden underneath another piece of trim, and so you really never see it. And most people would never see it either unless they're doing what I'm doing right now, and then you kind of get a look at stuff like this. But that's okay, that's why we do it, and that's why we make these videos, so that everybody feels great and there's no surprises when they get their car. So okay guys, we're gonna take a look at the underside here now real quick. Alrighty, so what do we see here? We see just you know, some factory undercoating. That's what it looks like right here. Same thing over here. Factory looking undercoating. Nothing major yet that I see that kind of makes me think that there's been anything done to the car right now. All this looks pretty tidy and pretty original. Whoops, excuse me. I'm not moving the camera, I'm moving my flashlight. So as we look here, we just see a lot of factory undercoating. Looks like we got new exhaust on the car, so that's nice. Now let's look at like the rockers here. Okay, it looks like maybe one patch there something's been repaired right there, maybe, perhaps. And then maybe a little repair done here as well. We look at the frame. Whoops, excuse me. Look at the frame and the floor. So right now we're looking at this would be the driver's side, kind of rear passenger area. We look at the floor, it looks really nice. No holes in the floor, nothing been repaired. We look at the passenger side, same thing, looks nice. Okay, we're looking down here at the passenger side. We see maybe what looks like could have been another repair right here at one point in time. I'm not certain though, okay? This doesn't look bad, so I'm not exactly certain if that's been repaired or not. Frame looks great as we run down the passenger side of the car, so the passenger front up here. And all this looks pretty nice. We just see a lot of original looking stuff in this rocker up here, okay? The passenger side footwell area. So this is definitely a little wet up in here. Looks like we got maybe a rear main drip or something like that. Definitely a little seepy under here. A little wet for sure. So, but I would say it's just kind of like, whoops. Just kind of a crusty looking old car that's been undercoated. And I think for the money, this thing is way under the book value, and there's still some left, you know, there also for somebody if they wanted to drive this thing, make a couple maybe small improvements, and then couple small improvements, and then still sell the thing, okay? Frame looks good. No issues with the frame. Really nice. And look at the frame on the other side as well. Looks good. Yeah, really, you know, nothing Nothing major as far as I can see. Okay, so all right, guys, that's it. 1959 Ford Skyliner, 3-speed with overdrive at the Collector Car Gallery. Okay, give us a holler if you have any questions. Thanks a lot.